Hey there. Growing up with a family of educators, I always knew that I wouldn't teach. The same content across a lifetime wasn't for me. However, my passion to connect and empower others, paired with the insight that teaching is really about unlocking a class worth of people puzzles and extending students' perceived potential, is exciting and challenging and tremendously rewarding. What makes me passionate about the career and what are my own passions? Well, connecting and guiding others has always been an inspiration to me. Every year, I receive a new batch of students that require my understanding, attention, and reflection. Meeting each student where they are socially, emotionally, and academically is a fantastic challenge. Extending from a strong and supporting community that is nurtured from day one, I'm in charge of developing lessons that intrigue, spur creativity, and meet and extend state standards. I'm an extrovert. I love music, travel, spending time in nature. I love learning new things. I'm motivated by the ever-changing problem solving that is inherent with working with developing minds, especially the psychology of learning and motivation. I thrive in a high energy gain from connecting deeply with developing minds and hearts. I also love motivating students to work for their own future. The continuous learning that comes from expanding my understanding of teaching philosophies, motivational support systems, and lasting friendships gains are hugely rewarding. How has my job evolved across time? As a new teacher, I was developing a teaching style that attended to the needs of my students, learning to build curriculum that extends student growth and fosters an engaging environment where a wide range of students can feel daily successes has always been my ideal understanding of how to run a disciplined classroom. What does my daily grind entail? My daily grind is straight hustle. I often respond to emails from work, coworkers, parents, and a mind-numbing assortment of educational opportunities before I go to work. Before students arrive, I collaborate with colleagues about lesson plans and invariably make alterations to enhance engagement and tailor differentiation to the specific learning needs of my students. Like people in general, there's a wide range of third grade student needs, interests, and abilities. Within the first 10 minutes of class, I'll have greeted all my students, and at this point, I usually have a decent pulse on how each student can be challenged, as well as who will need additional emotional and/or academic support throughout the day. I've been teaching for 12 years, so my lessons strive for student participation, movement, and encourage multiple learning modalities. What are the strengths and weaknesses of this occupation? Well, flexibility is both a strength and a weakness of this job. The obvious strength lies in my ability to craft new adventures around teaching, in the calendar, obviously. Now that I'm a father, that strength transfers the time to develop a present and loving foundation for my two little ones. I find the limited flexibility of a school day and week difficult because friends of mine are able to create their own schedules to maximize work-life balance throughout the school year. Although there is some wiggle room throughout the school year, there are obvious hours that I need to be fully available to my students to ensure I push the continuous improvement. What was my path to get here and how competitive is my job? Well, my path was to follow my passions around the study of life by majoring in biology in undergrad. Progress on that path was put on hold to pursue a life opportunity that allowed me to snowboard and mountain bike in Aspen Valley for 3 years. During that time, I realized I belong in the classroom, connecting, influencing, and inspiring students to flourish. I went back to grad school for a licensure and master's in multicultural education. This allowed me to study a passion of mine, issues of equality, as well as the various aspects of the psychology of learning. What things should you contemplate or opportunities might you take advantage of if you become a teacher? In education, it's important to get a master's and possibly specialize in something so as to improve your salary, but more importantly, your educational skill sets. These might range from specializing in a specific subject to special ed, speech, and school psychologist professions. These positions are all paramount to supporting the needs of students. The things that you learn are paramount to taking down roadblocks that get in the way of students achieving their aspirations. If you're set on making a tangible impact in the lives of people around you, become a teacher. You may not be able to live by the ocean, but you'll definitely live a great life. Thanks for listening, and good luck on your journey.